It is a chance to learn something at Bakersfield High School tonight when city officials host a learning session for H Street improvements at the Harvey Auditorium. And joining us in Studio B this morning is Zach Meyer, Public Works Director. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about this first of all. This is a stretch of H Street which runs from Golden State Avenue down to Highway 58. When you look at something this big, where do you start?
Well, we do look at the whole area, but again, this project was identified in looking at the high-speed rail coming in, what are the major corridors going to downtown, in that north-south direction we see H Street, we see Chester Avenue. So H Street was identified as one of these major corridors. So we do want to take a complete street look at this corridor and try to make safety improvements along the whole section.
When you're talking to the public about this and you're talking about these improvements, what are some of the things that you'll be doing?
So with complete streets, the big things are making sure it's safer for pedestrians, it's safer for cyclists, as well as just trying to improve vehicle safety overall. Some of these, and also lighting. Lighting is very big in trying to make roadways safer for all modes of transportation, so there will be lighting improvements as well. For example, for pedestrians, we're going to do curb bulb outs in some of the intersections, or most of the intersections, so it shortens the distance pedestrians cross in front of vehicles traveling. We are going to add bike lanes in most places along H Street where we could fit them in, and so that will make it safer for the cyclists. And then we're adding three roundabouts.
Okay.
At three different intersections: H and 2nd Street, H and Palm, and H and 28th.
Now, when you look at this, that's a long stretch of roadway in that area. Is there one particular area you're going to start and then move to others, or is it going to be one big construction project along there?
So there will be one contractor overseeing the entire project, and we're looking to go out to bid sometime this spring. But with that, we are going to dictate some of the sequencing. We don't want to see traffic cones and lane closures all the way from 204 to 58 for the entire duration of the project. So we are going to dictate some of the sequencing. So a contractor has to finish work in a specific area before jumping to the next. But our one area that we're going to emphasize when it needs to be done is we're going to make sure that work near BHS is done during the summer when school's out of session, as we don't want to have a lot of construction going on when school starts.
That's right. A $16 million project. Where is the bulk of that money coming from?
So about 80% of that money is coming from the outside, state dollars or federal dollars, active transportation program dollars, CMAQ dollars, which is a Air Mitigation Quality Act, because there is cleaner aspects of this project, especially when you look at the roundabouts. So about 80% of those dollars are federal and state dollars, and other 20% will be local dollars. What
type of information are you hoping to get from the public at tonight's learning session?
Just any questions, any feedback, good or bad. As an engineer, I do like hearing the bad things, just because I want to know what the concerns are.
Because you want to fix it.
Yeah, we want to fix it. We want to make sure that that we address any concerns, that the smoother we can make the construction project go, the better.
And one of the things that kind of surprised me is that I think many people would think, okay, downtown's got to be the main focus, but actually it's the 58 up to California is one of the big areas.
Yes, so that is a very long segment. There are a lot of businesses on there, so we did want to maintain parking along that section as well. Adding the bike lane there does make it tight, so we are taking away one of the north and southbound lanes. So it is going to be a two-lane road for the most part, but we are introducing a left center lane. So cars trying to make the lefts instead of blocking traffic, waiting for things to clear up to make that left. There now will be a left center turn lane to where they can pull into that lane to keep traffic moving up and down the road.
And real quickly, the projected start date?
Don't have a concrete date right now, but it'll be in the spring, probably March or April, around that time.
Zach Meyer, Public Works Director for the City of Bakersfield. Thanks for coming in. It is tonight, Harvey Auditorium, 6 o'clock. You can go there and share your thoughts. Appreciate it. We'll be right back.